Yeah. Kama kawaida Lil Githu, kama kuna fan wako na amekuona leo, baje introduce waambie baje Lil Githu ni nani, anatoka wapi na anafanya muziki gani?
So I'm called Lil Githu. I'm an artist from Kenya. I do hip hop and rap. I mostly focus on hip hop and rap, but I believe as an artist, every artist has his own flow, so he can enter into any genre, either if it's a feature or something of the sort. But mostly I identify myself as hip hop and rap.
Umesema hata nikiwekea beat ya dancehall baadaye hapa tuna speed kidogo. Anyway, but what inspired you to come up with the name Lil Githu? Lil Githu, why Lil Githu?
Yeah, so Lil Githu mostly is because of it's Little Githu. So little, we shorten it, it's Lil. Mostly because like I'm the last born of our family, so my sister used to love to identify me as the small one. So that's why I came with the name like Little, because I'm the smallest, and Githu is the last name of our family.
That's nice. So you came up with Lil Githu. Exactly. That's your stage name.
Yes.
But then, Lil Githu, of late, I've seen, I think the Kenyan hip-hop and the Kenyan drill industry is going into a golden era, because I feel the Gen Zs, I normally go to high schools. And I've seen people like Kina Only Mo, I've seen Kina Maurguash, Kina Toxic, Kina OG coming and performing. And those kids, spit word by word. Do you think the Kenyan hip-hop industry is growing or it's going down?
Personally, I'd say it's growing in a lot of ways, because even what like Toxic does is dancehall rap.
It's dancehall rap. Okay, there's something called dancehall rap. Okay.
So Loki, it's a mixture of like rap and dancehall, because there's an element of if you listen to him, there's an element of a certain tone of dancehall, and he's also rapping like backbench and if you listen to his songs, yes. So Loki, I can say it's really growing, to be honest, because people are getting more inspiration from, because you can see it's not like Kitambo, because right now you can see like someone you know, and now in the other stage you'll see him going international. For example, people who know Toxic, from the hood to now, they're really inspired. So it's really growing. I can't lie.
Okay, but speaking of Toxic, speaking of the other Kenyan rappers, who are, let me say 4 Kenyan rappers you look up to. Who do you think are the best rappers
personally
in Kenya? In Kenya, personally, whom? Okay, apart from you, we have 1, you, 2.
OG.
Of course, OG. OG. What OG?
I'd say another rapper is I can say, okay, there's OG, there's me, there's an upcoming artist called Kapitani.
Oh, I've heard. Ule wa Chubwi?
Yes.
Yeah, I've heard Kapitani.
There's Kapitani, and another one who I'm really looking up to is for Mr. Frank White. Mr. Frank White is really inspiring me, so I look up to them.
Okay, internationally, who do you look up to?
Internationally. J. Cole.
Oh, nice.
Kendrick Lamar.
J. Cole, Kendrick.
Exactly.
Those 2.
Exactly.
So if we were to do a concert here of hip hop, so you choose J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, we put in you, OG, and who else?
And Kapitani.
Yes. Your lineup tumeifunga.
Kabisa.
By the way, okay, let's speak kidogo about like the Kenyan female rap industry. Do you think it's also growing?
Yes, I can say it's growing, because also females, to be honest, if you look, someone like, for example, Diana Codes,
okay,
it wasn't really known like back then, and even Kitambo, female rappers weren't as much as male rappers. Female rappers were it was low-key, there were a lot of male rappers and female rappers. If you look at the scene right now, people like the pioneers like Calligraph Jones are encouraging female rappers. So personally, I can say it's really growing. There's no imbalance. Female rappers also coming up. So yeah, I don't think there's any there might be disadvantages for both of us, but it's growing. All in all, it's growing.
Okay, of late in the Kenyan years, of course, Gengeton, Kina Abanton, they may get more of the hits. What do you think the rap industry is missing for us to start looking into the rap industry, like to Jue, like Indo?
Personally,
what do you think like the rap industry is missing in Kenya?
What can I say? To be honest, I just think I don't think there's, what can I say? Personally, I don't know. I haven't seen someone, okay, there's a certain artist in UK called Santan Dave. He mostly does storytelling.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't seen someone doing storytelling, a whole freaking story. I haven't seen that. Maybe a couple like OG in some of his songs, but I think Kenyan rap is missing storytelling. Like just a rap song talking about a certain story from start to finish. From start to finish.
Okay, but you can't talk about the rap industry without talking about beefs. You can't talk
True.
about each and every single time there is something with rap kuna beef,
Beef,
kuna beef. Do you think
well-
hizo beefs zinasaidia ama hizo beefs zinaturudisha chini?
Uh,
Na wewe mwenyewe uko na beef na mtu huku.
Personally, enemy ni poverty.
Oh,
Enemy ni poverty. Ganji ndo my friend. So personally, I can't say I have any beef with anyone. But low-key, I can say like beef low-key just like makes an audience like ekutambue more. Like it makes an audience want to make you the favorite artist more. Like for example, if there's a beef between this artist and they clash, the one who's gonna have lyricism in terms of the way he's spitting, the way he's flowing in terms of flows, I think it matters and it makes the Kenyan industry grow in a way, to be honest. Because when they elevate in social media, many people want to know what's going on, and that's when
True.
they get to the Kenyan industry and start knowing other people also. So I think
Yeah.
low-key, it has its advantages and disadvantages.
But I think it has more of advantages than disadvantages. Ni artists wenyewe tu ndo wakianza vita na nini wana. Anyway, speaking about your own music, any upcoming collabs as well, ama any dream collab you'll want out here in the rap
Personally,
industry?
I don't want to give OG his flowers.
OG.
Yes, I want to give OG his flowers. He's really done a lot for the Kenyan rap industry in Kenya. No, he's really done a lot. So I'd say OG, to be honest. Personally, I'd say I'd want to work with OG one time, to be honest.
But speaking of OG, for you, how is your creative space? Wewe unaingia kwa studio, unapata beat na unaanza kuandika ama unaandika kwanza ndio uende upatiwe beat. How is your creative?
My creative flow or my creative process is basically, I think, it's in a lot of ways because naweza katu hivi chini mirista zianze kuingia kwa akili, nianze kuflow na bado I'll remember every line that I've thought of and I'll write. I'll also go to a studio, listen to a certain beat and identify with it and also write. So there's a lot in my creative process. It's not only tied to entering to the studio and hearing to a beat. Naweza kitu na naweza kitu imehappen na bado like I get a creative process of what I'll write about. So yeah.
But one last question, I was speaking about like the creative on how people write their songs. But of late, kumekuwa na complaints so many artists use AI to write their own music. Do you think it's an advantage or do you think it's a disadvantage?
Disadvantage.
Why?
Because as an artist, it's because you're an artist because you're creative.
Okay.
You're trying to remove an emotion that's going through you. Like, so AI is really something that's low-key like a robot. Like it doesn't have emotions. So it's better. I'd say it's really a big disadvantage because you won't get to know how the artist is feeling or what to emulate while he's using AI because that's not being creative, to be honest.
Anyway, thank you. Anyway, as we finish, nataka kamera yako ya nyumbani sijui ni gani, hii one, I guess this one. Nataka niambie this year, any upcoming projects, any albums, any collabs, and of course, where can the fans get your music? On YouTube, your social media handles, alafu any ya mwisho, any one last advice for anybody watching and who wants to make it?
So first of all, you can get me on all streaming platforms, Lil Githu, IG, Gram, Spotify, everywhere. And in terms of incoming collabos and what's coming up, there's an EP coming up. It's called The Last Flow Bender. It's gonna be soon. It has a couple of artists. There's an artist called Bavila and other artists, Iziliti. There's a lot of artists. And to all the rappers out there or all the creators out there who like are going through it or you think you can't make it or you can't do anything, if you can see it, you can have it. So just go for it and don't worry about it because there's a reason you have the dream you have. So cherish it and wait. Yes.
Anyway, once again, make some noise from Lil Githu. So we're going to play one more.